What up, what up, what up? Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to today's stream. How's everyone doing today? On this beautiful, maybe not beautiful, because it is raining out here quite a bit, on this Friday evening. But it is kind of beautiful, because it's Friday, you know? Friday is always beautiful. What's up, Beaver? How we doing? We doing good? Kuma spotted? Yeah. Kuma is top tier mount in this game. Top tier. Though the big cat is also cool. But I prefer the bear. Bruh. Alright. Look, he can jump, alright? Did you see that? What the fuck? You earned him or earn him? What do you mean by that? Like, this isn't the only way to get this one to play the DLC? I have not spent money on microtransactions, if that's what you're asking. I've only bought a season pass. I mean, actually not true. I bought the collector's edition, which included the season pass. Other than that, I have not bought anything. Did you legally purchase every game? Yes. Yes, I don't think I've ever illegally purchased a game. I don't know. Is it even possible? Like, can you? Like, so if someone sells like a bootleg copy of a game, I illegally purchased the game Silent Hill 3. What? Why didn't you buy it legally? So you bought like a copied version or something? Oh, or maybe like a version banned in Germany? Ooh. Still, I don't think it's bought a key. Bruh. Is it illegal? I guess it depends on which key site you're on.
Yes! Showtime!
Aspect Pig. Thank you very much for the follow. Because the law is for the benefit of the elites, not the normal folk like us.
What do you have today?
I thought it was a key. It was just a pirated version. Whoa. Man, you got ripped off. What I was about to say is I do own some of the, you know, like, I guess microtransaction items because you can get them in this store. You can collect opal. And you get this, you know, like daily and weekly selection of item shop things you can buy. So I do have a couple of things from here. But I haven't paid any money.
See you later.
And once in a while there's a skin for your mount. I remember you told me about this little fella. Yeah. He's been in the last 3 games with the exact same function, except in Assassin's Creed Origins, like the one in Egypt, he actually sells loot boxes. Which can drop legendary weapons and stuff, but also drops all the crap. The gear in that game works very different though. But yeah. Real fake surprise mechanic. Yeah. At least it's with in-game earned currency. But it's basically just a random drop like games have been doing a million years, you know?
I would like...
See? I think this is a gem store. Oh, gem store. That's Guild Wars terminology. This is an item shop one that I got with the opal ghost dog. There's also the cat. This one I like too, but I prefer the bear. Bear is best. Cat, second best. The cat runs a bit weird. That's the only
All done?
only downside to it. Oh yeah, I forgot my I got new burbs. I got the bone raven. Bruh, he looks tight. Let's go for the bone raven. I just unlocked it because right now there's like the seasonal. It's still the Halloween event. Let's put it that way. The Halloween event is still going on. But it only went up like a week or two ago. So they were kind of late with the Halloween stuff, I guess. But yeah. Anyway, the goal of today is with the last update, on top of the Halloween stuff, they've also added tombs. Tombs of the Fallen. Basically, we're gonna play Tomb Raider, but in Assassin's Creed. Now, I don't exactly remember... I don't remember if it's a quest or not. I don't think so. But I remember... like when I booted up the game since the update... Bruh, just calm bear. Okay, let's not do the bear here. I remember them saying, looking at the docks.
Say the words, and we are up.
No, this is wrong.
And I will be...
There was supposed to be someone at the docks who was gonna guide me towards the tombs.
Hello there, friend. You hear that? Thor's testicles. What is happening over there?
Have you ever known anything like this?
What is going on?
Is this it?
Across the river! The animals have lost their senses!
My very pig chewed through her fence and plunged into the river. She tried to swim across.
Oh, I have seen crows attacking one another. Perhaps this is serious.
Disconcerting. My raven may see better. So then!
Burb? Skull burb? That looks like a top secret.
Sunan herself has lost course.
Something must be done! Do you think we are in danger?
I will look into it.
Tombs of the Fallen, here we go. New location has been added to the world map. What's up, doggo? You're rocking original clothes or this transmog? Well, I have not transmogged. But this is a, you know, this is gear you unlock throughout the game. This is not like the starting gear. I'm rocking the Hidden Ones set of clothing. I haven't found any gear that looks so amazing that I want to transmog, to be fair. Everything maxed out. Dude, I've platinum trophied the game. Like, I have everything maxed out. Though I guess one skill I'm missing. Because they added new skills. I think I'm missing... is it here? Yeah, they added 3 new skills. And I only had 2 skill points, so... I'm missing 1 skill since the last patch. I have everything, yeah. I have all the legendary weapons, you know, like the special bow. I got Thor's hammer. I got Odin's spear. I got Excalibur. I got what's the other thing? Oh yeah, Yurd's blade. Was there another legendary one? I don't remember. You got too much time. It depends. I had fun with the game, so I don't feel I wasted my time. Like, it was a bit long. Let's put it that way. They could have definitely cut some of the fat of this game. I definitely didn't feel like I was bored. Seems to follow the formula of Odyssey is the big improvement. For me it is, though I've heard people say the opposite. I think the biggest difference compared to Odyssey is how gear works. So with Odyssey, you just find a bunch of items and you have to like disassemble them for materials or sell them or whatever you do with them. Here, you only find one per. So once I find this bow, this is the one. You can only find this bow once. Same with literally every weapon here. You can find it once. And then you upgrade it throughout the game. So every weapon, if you max level it, is technically equally as strong, stats-wise. Some of them are going to be, you know, better for your build or have a better ability on them. Sure. But technically, everything you find, even your starting gear, if you max level it, it's like up to snuff. It should work. So I guess that's the biggest difference compared to the last two games. Other than that, it's very much the same idea. Reading, uh-oh. I'm struck by the unusual stone structures found in the tombs. I cannot believe that Britons, who live in their huts of hay, could have carved such columns. Some long-forgotten people must have erected them. Giggity. Manius Calvisius, engineer to the Emperor. Alrighty then. It could have been grinding Venus Vacation. True. Maybe I should to be ready for Tina when they drop Tina in the game. Might need to stock up on my gems or whatever it's called. I wanted to ask you, collecting broken bows without end to broken bows? I don't think I've ever collected broken bows. Or are you talking about like random shit to sell off? Because there is junk to sell, you know, like stuff you find the only use for it is to sell. Which I don't know if I have junk on me right now. That could be it. Tina will be paid only for months. Shh. Let people dream. Okay, Absurdity? Sometimes you gotta let people dream. Be excited. Ooh, should I... I was about to say, should I dive? But I can already see... Oh, there's a hay. Alright. I was about to say there's no water, but... This is Assassin's Creed, after all. Now, here's the thing. Should we do this the official way? Because doors like this, right? you're supposed to find, you know, a bottle like this. And then go down, please. And then destroy it, right? However, you can. There's also a bow skill. Ability, sorry. This one. The trap. And if you shoot this on one of those, it just explodes. Which is, you know, it's super cheap. You can skip a lot of puzzles that way. But sometimes I don't do it on purpose because I want to see like what the official solution is. Command of Nero Claudius Germanicus, Emperor of Rome, Manius. Now you have to be a capable engineer with a cunning and sometimes diabolical imagination. I am therefore assigning you to this weighty commission. The barbarians of Britain has taken the gathering at the tombs of their heroes as if at sacred shrines. There, they foment rebellion against Rome, and therefore my very person this cannot be tolerated. However, Manius, I have consulted my soothsayer, a man of subtle knowledge. The auguries tell him that to defile the tombs or even seal them away would bring a storm of ill fortune upon me personally. You see the problem. You must leave tombs unharmed, but endeavor to make access to them so perilous as to be unthinkable. I'm not asking you a favor, Manius. This is a command from your Emperor. Actually reading the lore? Yeah, though there's so much in here, it's hard to keep track of. Plus, there's also lore in like the comic books and shit. So if you really want to be like up to date on all the lore, playing the game is not enough. Like there's like a bunch of spin-off content for Assassin's Creed. So much. There's comics, there's manga, there's novels. There's a lot. Oh?
Where does this belong?
Oh shit, is this Portal? Is this my companion orb?
I need to place something on this.
Even a movie? I don't think the movie is official lore. I'm not sure. I don't think the movie is actual lore.
Something very heavy to weigh this down.
Your fat ass is not enough? Weren't they making a TV show or like an anime? I seem to remember they were making something with Netflix. I'm not sure.
A hidden chamber. This is the ancient work of Romans.
No clue, still waiting on the Division movie? Division movie? Oh boy. What about that Division game? You know, what was it called? Hardland? We know absolutely nothing about it. Should we do the slip and slide? Netflix making some with everyone. I'm rather sick of them, to be honest. Damn. I can't believe all this quality content. I don't want that. I mean, you can blame Netflix, but you can also blame the people who control the IP, you know?
Is this England?
Because they're allowing it to happen.
Some locations are marked.
Oh, is this like where the tombs are? So that's where we are right now, I guess. So one of them is like here somewhere. Ish. Do you think you're supposed to figure it out yourself? Watched Cowboy Bebop already? No, I have not. I have not. The final conundrum. All the tombs are protected now by my contraptions, yet I feel defeated by this final entrance. What could lie behind it? How does one open its odd gateway? It is perhaps the only problem I cannot solve. Okay, maybe you have to do like all of them, and then come back here. Wonder how many people actually look at the screenshots of other players. I don't, because some people post spoilers. In fact, I wish... So you can do this, right? You can go here and disable it. I wish the game remembered this. If you reboot the game, it's enabled again. I wish I could hide this always. Because I don't want to see this. So, well, I guess we have to go there. I kind of want to climb up here. Pretty sure it's on purpose, want to boost the social aspect. I mean, I wouldn't say watching other people's screenshots is like the craziest thing ever. Notes from the Roman engineer. Emperor Nero has given me a task born of madness. I am to prevent the Britons from gathering at the tombs from their fallen heroes. Yet I simply cannot build a wall. Our mad emperor insists that it be possible to approach the tombs, but mandates that all who attempt to do so shall perish. My duty is to do as he wishes, however nonsensical, and so shall I. Damn, it's like the same guy complaining about the same thing. It's like, man, my job is hard. Note of the spinning traps. I lured a credulous Briton into one of the spinning traps. Successful dismemberment. Okay. Look for spike walls. The test with animals went badly. I must sharpen the spikes. Okay.
Impressive gear.
Wait, that was it? I was promised big tombs and puzzles. Do you think this is like just the introduction, you know? Okay, so was positively surprised about the difficulty options. Yeah, and they added some. Right? Didn't they add Combat difficulty. Yeah, they added Nightmare. Ooh, gear. New gear. What do we got? Fallen Hero. Increases armor, melee damage, range damage when equipped. Okay. Getting hit drops a pulse that explodes after delay. That looks so cheap. It looks kind of sweet though. Alright, let's start marking. Oh no! Oh, the one we just did is gone. Oh no, how am I gonna pinpoint? Okay, so hold on. So we can follow along on this map a little bit. So, I guess one is here-ish, because you have this big block, and then next to it seems to be the one, and like right in the middle it seems. Though it looked more like here. You know what? This kind of looks like it, so it's probably in this area somewhere. Alright. And then the last one is... I mean, from the shape, I would assume it's like here, like in this part, right? At the top left. So that would be... here, I guess? Seems so close to each other. Bear gear? What's bear gear? Do I have bear gear? Or do you mean like these with the red symbol? The icon on the gear. But look, then I'll have to upgrade him. I only upgraded this one. And I bet I could. But, you know. This one's good. This one's fine. This one's fine. Hey, wait, what?
Sealed tight. No way to open this.
Yeah. Alright. Let's hope the next tombs are not as short as this one. Because then I'm gonna have to find something else to do today. I mean, I guess I can just teleport. Let's go! Shit, unless I have to talk to the people again. Eh.
Come, see my wares.
You want me to see your wares? I actually should clean this shit up. Like, I'm a hoarder. I just keep all this shit. And most of it is useless by now. Trinket. Do you think it's one of these? You know, like one of these trinkets? The bows you're talking about?
Always good to pick up new stock for the shop. You never know when this might come in handy. Wise of you to stock up.
Wise of you to stock up.
All done. I'm off.
Let's go, Coomer. As in Kuma, not Coomer, you know?
Sunan, guide me.
Wait, what was that? Oh, that looks like it, though. Damn, I was not too far off. Not too far off. Look at my mango.
Let's see.
Tomb Raider veteran instinct? Yeah. Ooh. Ah, I thought the game crashed. Holy shit. I thought it was over. Ugh, that does not look like a good swim. There you go.
Same as the other.
The illusions. By pure happenstance, I have unleashed the power of this remarkable machinery. Using some artifice, the entrances to these caves are obscured, leaving a passerby to believe there's no entrance at all. If I believed the gods existed, I would ascribe this to Mercury himself.
This place is not very welcoming.
Shh. Shh. Okay, that's how we get back out if we don't teleport.
Go! Go, go!
Hey, go! Ooh, bitch! She didn't want to get up. You think there's something down here? Nothing. Okay. Okay, this looks more like it. I'm getting the Tomb Raider vibe. Yes, sir. Alright, we got one of these bad boys. Oh! Okay, we have a turning wheel.
That's not full.
Yeah, you think? Viking brain power, huh? No down strikes? Come on, man. There we go. Okay. So I guess we need to open the door first. Alright, no problem, no problem. Aha! Aha! Damn, she broke it. Why did that not make noise? That was weird. Oh god, really? Alright, so far so easy. Nice camera angle. Okay, we're not done. Ah, we need a ball. We need 2 balls. Let's find 2 balls to grab. Alright. Oh shit, I was not paying attention. It should instant kill, let's be real. The traps should instant kill.
Carefully.
Wonder why there's poison up there. Too immersed in the balls joke? Yeah. Let's commit it. So far so good. I mean, how many traps are here? It's like... I feel like they're barely traps. Like, you kind of have to walk in them like that to even get caught. Now what? Do I throw it over there? And then what? Can I climb there? All right. Uh-huh. Because I was holding the thing. Come on. Because I was holding the thing, she didn't... There we go. I like in the new Tomb Raiders, Lara commented so often. Yeah, and you can also turn that off. If you don't want any hints. Which is kind of similar how in this game, you know, you have like, what was it? Combat difficulty and stealth and exploration difficulty. And just like that in Tomb Raider, in the new ones, at least in Shadow of the Tomb Raider, you could do like combat difficulty, exploration, and puzzle, I believe, were the three. But you could actually choose like, okay, I don't give a shit about combat, so make that easy, because I don't care, I want to see the story. But the puzzles, I don't want any spoilers. So Lara has to zip it, you know, zip it, shut up. So that you could do the puzzles on your own. Which I think is good. You know, options are good. Oh god. Okay. Okay, she's kind of a shitty throw. Never mind. Like, I mean... Ah, aha. Oh. Okay. Maybe we'll do it as close as possible. Alright. Alright. I mean, nice attention to detail, huh? Oh my god. How tight of a throw is this? Really? She's doing this on purpose. Alright. You know what? I'm actually stupid. Let's go. Actually, dumb as fuck. Don't know about all the options. On one hand, I like it. Other hand, I prefer the curated gaming experience. Yeah, that's why I'm a fan of what we've recently been seeing. With, for example, the Guardians of the Galaxy game. It gives you difficulty options, but it also clearly indicates one of them. Like, this is the one how we envisioned the game. You know, this is the one we balanced everything around. And yes, you can go harder or easier. But this is like the intended experience. That to me is the ultimate solution. Just make it one way that you want it to be as a creator. And then create other difficulty modes to... I mean, come on, girl. Really? There we go. But that to me is like the ultimate way of doing it. That's how I feel. For example, that's how they should do it with, you know, like Elden Ring or Dark Souls, those type of games. Just make one difficulty, the intended experience, and then just, you know, who cares about if there is an easy option or not. Just make sure one of them is marked. This is the one. This is, if you want the one developers were thinking about in their head while making it, this is the one. That's how they should do it. You think I can make that jump? They're never gonna put an easy option in fan-base for Riot, even if they designate the intended experience. Do you think people would still riot? Uh-oh. Can I do the slippy slide with this? Wait. I don't have to. I have to go back. There we go. There we go. Dude, I hope they put an easy mode in Elden Ring, and I hope they call it story mode. Just to make it like an extra insult to all the, you know, sweaty elitism fans. I don't like those. Like, my personal opinion is that, yes, I agree that in those type of games, that specifically tuned difficulty is part of the experience. And if you don't play it with that difficulty, you are not getting the intended experience. You know, you're not gonna have that defeated feeling and then eventually learn the boss and, you know, get like that feeling of victory when you finally beat it. Sure. But what's better? Having not the perfect experience of a game, like for example a story mode without difficulty shit, or not experiencing at all. That's the difference to me. If you have the choice, I'm fine with it. As long as you have the choice.
To be careful, I have to go through this.
Sheesh.
Smells like a trap.
Oh god, did I fuck it? Let's go, let's go, let's go. Don't know. I think fighting games face a similar problem. Yeah. I think for most fighting games, they really need to invest more time into thinking about the idea of, or the difference between skill floor and ceiling. Because I feel like a lot of people look at it the wrong way, both players and devs, where yes, making a game easier, if it means reducing the amount of tactical options you have at high level, then yes, that's a bad thing. But making the game easier, but still having it be rewarding and having a lot of options in high level, that is actually the perfect way to go about it. If it's easier to pick up, but as hard or harder to master, that's like perfect world share, right? On the edge. Hold up. Which fighting game you feel the best AI? No idea. Okay, what's the point in this one? The best AI in fighting games. I usually don't play... Here's the problem. Once you get good at fighting games, like if you know the basics, I guess... Can I go through here, or... Wait, why does this work now? Did I just get too impatient? But the problem with fighting games AI is once you get good at fighting games, AI isn't gonna do much unless they make it like perfect, you know, like those, you know, like those DOA hardest mode AIs back in the day that just held impossible moves like the human player would never be able to hold. Because that's the thing about making a fighting game AI. Making it challenging but fair is super difficult. With fighting games, it's so easy to make an AI that crushes you all day, every day. Uh-oh. Get rid of them.
Easy now. Something's not right.
Fighting games should invest more time into AI, I feel. A good AI could help newer players actually learn the game without the community BS. True. That is completely true. If you make an AI that... Or make not one of them, but have like archetypes, you know? Like, oh, let's make an AI that tends to spam the same move a lot. Or let's make an AI that always finishes unsafe strings, so you learn to block them and punish. Or stuff like that, right? Alrighty, is this it? Or is there more? Uh-oh. She's getting drunk. Uh-oh, she's drunk.
Who disturbs my centuries-long slumber? I well deserve this rest. When my husband, chief of the Iceni, died, the Romans broke their promise to us. They took our lands, cattle, crops, our horses, and boats. They defiled my daughters, then me. As I am a fiery temper, with my husband's sword, I hacked through their legions. I burned their camps at Colchester, London, Albanus, desecrated Roman tombs, let flow rivers of Roman blood. But there were too many. Defeated, I drank poison rather than give myself to their sweaty hands.
Sweaty hands, then. She's a fighting game player. She's a fighting game player. She didn't want to deal with sweaties. Tribute to Boudica. Boudica. Fiery hair, fiery heart. Boudica burned the Roman camps and danced in the flames. They could not kill her. She saw to that. Beautiful. Ah. Beautiful poetry. Fills the heart. Alright, what do we got here? Fallen hero pants.
Of the same kind as the first.
And bracers. So I guess we're getting a full gear set. Which I'm not complaining about. Oh, top secret. Are there more top secret hallways? Does not look like it. Alright, let's go. Wait, what was that? I guess money. Alright.
What is this?
What's this?
Awesome.
Tomb
Why
artifact?
did I say that? There must be some place where these words are useful.
Oh. Maybe that's what I need for like the first tomb had the sealed thing. Maybe I need to find an artifact in each of them. Alright, on to the next one. Should I walk out for lore reasons or should I teleport? Kinda wanna walk out. See if she says anything. Maybe she has dialogue, you know? The OA has quite many AI levels. It was good how it was progressively harder. So that was good. Yeah. Though I'm feeling fighting games to truly have people learn it, you should have like different types of AI behavior, you know? Like the same way humans, like you have to get used to people's fighting styles. Some people, you know, like to use complete strings and mix it up, or some people like to, you know, if we're talking DOA, some people like to free cancel all day and tend to, you know, like try to throw punish a lot of holds. Some people might tend to launch the opponent more. You know, stuff like that. You could make AIs with a certain behavior. But if there's a behavior to be learned, then that also means, like, for new players, for example, there is something to analyze, to learn, you know, to learn how to deal with. What did it put here? People? Oh, we get the lore of these characters? I guess they matter. Or not. Here's the thing, here it is. Quest item. Mysterious object found in... Okay, that's a small description. Okay. Sup, Kuma? Is it me or most people in Valhalla rather unsightly? I mean, yeah, it's... Assassin's Creed have never been like the most graphically insane games. No, I feel like they do environments really well. Like, I've always enjoyed how they build the world, but the characters have never been cutting edge. And they probably have to put a lot of them in, so, you know. Yeah, like this shit? This shit is just, like, stupid beautiful, right? They can really make it feel like it's an actual world. You know, you can see, like, a tower there, and whatever. Like, you can definitely pick out landmarks. Yeah, it's pretty good. Pretty good. Girl. Get on the rope, what the fuck? See, this is what I hate though. This is the shit I hate. could be a painting. That's one thing they also do, by the way. If you didn't know, with the photo stuff, there are daily concept arts. Which, you know, if you're into the art thingy, those could be cool, you know, like here. You can look at the concept art, which, you know, if you're into that stuff, it's pretty cool that, you know, I think there's like a couple a day you can watch. Like, that's a neat little touch. They don't have to do that. But I appreciate it. I'd rather get the art book. Yeah. I mean, it has one. I feel like a lot of games these days have an art book. Which again is not bad, you know, if you're a fan of a game, an art book is always cool. Especially when there's like extra text from the artists that gives like a little extra insight in whatever it is. Oh, what the? Now we're getting the animation every time. You say you hate shit, yet you still go to the toilet. Curious. Yeah, what do you think you do at the toilet? What do you do when you go to the toilet? Do you collect your shit? No, you go there to get rid of it.
The area soon.
Oh fuck, it's up there. No. Isn't that where we came from? Yeah, it is. Should have watched. Let's go, Kuma. Paying attention is so boomer.
What do you see?
Yeah. Also, young people, you know, we have no attention span. It's been ruined by the internet. Or so they say.
Stretch your wings, Sunan.
Aha! Let's go!
I shall never understand this.
How generations can pay attention. Boomer, 20-minute vids. Millennials, 10-minute vids. Zoomer, 1-minute vid. Then 1 minute. Like TikTok is seconds, you know? Like 10 seconds, psh, that's long.
A steep drop. I must move with care.
The crazy part is the 10-minute video, that's not even people's fault. That's YouTube's fault. Because they promoted 10-minute videos so hard. too easy. Though I feel, maybe it's just my interests are changing, I tend to watch longer videos on YouTube now. Though, if I'm really honest, I actually don't really look at the time that much. You know, I've watched plenty like 4-hour videos. But I've also watched short ones. I guess it all depends on, you know, what the video is about. Like if it's like a video essay, I can look like at a long one. Dude, I've watched a 7-hour analysis on Death Stranding. Like, I'm not even joking. I've watched that. It's 7-hour analysis on Death Stranding. That was literally my whole day at work. Just having that on in the background. It was very interesting. Where to now? Okay. I blame smartphones. No one watches 20 million vids on the phone. I think a lot of it has less to do with people themselves as with the apps, you know? Like, if TikTok videos are short, guess what people are gonna watch? Short videos. Not because those videos are short, because that's what the current app is shoving in your face. Same with YouTube. 10-minute was the default for so long, because that's when you got more ad revenue. So we watched a bunch of 10-minute videos. Because that's what people made, because YouTube said that's what they should make. Also, I personally think all the generational stuff is kind of bullshit. It's like, we have young people at work, and they, you know, they can focus just fine. YouTube and Facebook analyze our behaviors, conclude that's what we want. I think it's like a double, it works both ways, you know? Like, the platforms incentivize a certain type of content, then people start watching it, because that's the content they kind of dictate should exist, or the format. And then because that's what people watch, they're like, look, people are watching that, so let's push more. So it's like a self-reinforcing thing, kinda. But I guess the analyzation is more about what the videos are about. You know? Oh, negative stuff? Let's push it. People love being Debbie Downers. Many of them are crap, and if someone can't tell in advance, they just suffer for it. That's how you learn to be impatient. That's true as well. There's no curation. That's the big difference between... Well, I guess traditional TV also had a lot of shit, but at least there was like a level of people deciding, I guess, what was going to be on TV. Like someone decided that. Someone created the programming. And sure, most of it was sponsored and all that stuff. But still, YouTube is just like everything, you know? They're like, nah, the algorithm will know. The worst part is, so I feel like often the algorithm, like on YouTube, it does work. Because it often on my homepage recommends stuff where I'm like, sure, yeah, that looks like content I would watch. But then once in a while something pops up that's just like, you know, they're pushing it. You know, it's something you would never ever watch. And then on top of that, you know, if you watch it, it just keeps dumping that kind of content on you. Like, you can't watch a one-off. Once you watch certain types of videos, the algorithm is like, alright, let's try all of them. This is an interesting one. This is a lot of places to go. Let's start here, you know? This is, I mean, good choice. This is exactly where we want to start. Opal. Very nice.
Is it possible to
People love complaining. Yep. Dude, there's entire YouTube channels built on the idea that people love complaining. Dude, fucking people like Angry Joe. Why do you think that worked? Like, he's changed significantly over the years, but even then, what's like the content people mostly know him for? It's like angry reviews, angry rants, you know? That's what people want to see. That's why shit like Cyberpunk is like, people flock to stuff like that, you know? Oh, they fucked up, let's go! Same with like Avengers, you know? That's a game that no matter what they do, they're gonna be in the press, you know? Every video game media site reports on every little detail of Avengers. Not because anyone gives a shit, but they know the hate gets some clicks. People want to see the garbage truck on fire, you know? Gotta say I'm guilty of it myself. Anyone is. It's irresistible. Dude, you guys in Germany even have a word for it, right? How do you pronounce it? Schadenfreude? Schadenfreude? Bruh, the teleport action? Let's go. Yeah, exactly. That's what it is. Okay, we have a bridge to lower. I'm gonna be honest, I kind of like this kind of gameplay. It's chill, you know? The puzzles are not insanely difficult. I mean, they don't have to be. I feel like it's a bit on the easy side so far. Goes for the entire game being rather easy. Yeah, except stealth. So I'm not sure if that's because the stealth mechanics are just not as fleshed out as in older Assassin's Creed games. I mean, they definitely aren't. Once they changed the game with Origins, the stealth mechanics kind of took a backseat a little bit. It's still possible, but it's very easy to get caught for no reason. And I guess the older games were also a little more like designed, like the stages and everything. Wait, oh. Ooh.
Lie hidden behind this ice.
I want to make sure I'm not missing any top secrets, you know? Aha! Oh, this is probably the actual way forward. People can follow negative shit whenever they want, but they should know there's other things too. If not, they're gonna pay for it with depression. True. The one thing that bothers me is when it's negative for no reason. You know, like for example, when Cyberpunk launched, it deserved every bit of criticism it got, because that game was abysmal. The release date of that game, especially on consoles. But if you're complaining about the same things like a half year later, it's like at this point you're just doing it, you know, for internet points, you know, like to show you're a good guy. I'm on the good side, you know. Or, you know, again, Avengers is another perfect example. No matter what update they do, it doesn't matter if it's actually good for the players of the game. If there's something you could possibly shit about, that's what's gonna be in the news, and people love doing it. It's like, ooh, Spider-Man doesn't have a story mission? Psh, see, the game is trash. When literally the developers said, yeah, we're not doing a special mission for Spider-Man, because that would be fucked up, because only on PlayStation you can play as him. We'd rather put our dev time into the raid, the new raid that drops together with Spider-Man, that everyone gets to play. Like, putting it that way, I'm like, yeah, makes total sense. Of course you're gonna put your resources in the thing everyone gets to play, instead of the thing only a few people get to play. But then the internet's like, yeah, Spider-Man sucks, you know? No story, this is bad. Okay, I'm a bit lost. Hold on. I wanna mentally... So there's a door here, which I feel like... I mean, does it matter? You can... I was about to say you need to open it for the orb. I don't think you do. I think you can slide with the orb, which I do feel we have to bring here, right? Yeah. That's where we started off. We need to bring the orb there. Did I come here in time to catch the new versus old Assassin's Creed discussion? No. You're not gonna find that here, because I love both. For different reasons. I love the older ones, because those are just the stealth games that I loved. But I also love the newer ones. They're different. You know? But still good games. Imagine that. A level-headed, rational opinion. I don't even belong on the internet. Something must be wrong with me. Fucked up Spider Pig is exclusive. Wonder if data miners can find him in the code. I hope so. I don't give a shit. Like if PC players can hack him into the game, good shit. I don't care. I do not care. Go right ahead. Yeah, to me, it's very clear that this is just one of those. The suits made the deal. Like, that's how the content feels. They're like, yeah, there's gonna be this huge raid for everyone. And yeah, Spider-Man's there too. It's like, okay. So it feels like they're just checking off the minimum they have to do to, you know, to fulfill their obligation for the exclusivity. It's super. I still don't get it. That's like a move I'll never understand. It's like, even if your rationale was people love Spider-Man, so people are gonna buy the PS5 version or PS4 version, which they did. Like, most people by far are on PlayStation for Avengers, because duh. But like the hate they got for that, I don't think that is ever worth it. What's this? Was Sony involved in the making of Avengers? No. But I do believe Sony is the IP holder for Spider-Man. Which I believe most people assume that's the reason they offered the deal, you know? Like, Sony Pictures has the Spider-Man IP. And in fact, the newest MCU movie, the newest Marvel movie with Spider-Man, I believe is contractually also the last. Because Marvel had to make a deal with Sony to have Spider-Man show up in the Marvel Cinematic Universe. Even though Spider-Man is a Marvel character, like, you can't make this shit up. That's how fucked up licensing is. Marvel, the creators of a character, couldn't use him in movies unless Sony got along. They're like, yeah, let's do 3 movies. It's like, okay. Pretty, I don't get it. Fewer traps. My ardor for deadly devices got the best of me in a cave filled with swamps. I created far too many traps. It's just too enjoyable to imagine the bloody results. But I grow short of supplies. In this frozen cave, I will limit myself. However, those that I will build will be all the deadlier. Ooh, it's break time? Alright. I don't think we're gonna fill a full stream, huh? Guess after this, there's only one more. Can't they create a new type of Spider-Boy instead? I mean, Marvel has enough superheroes. Spider-Man just happens to be the most popular Marvel superhero. Like, if you look at comic book sales, but it also counts for movies and stuff, but if you look at comic book sales, for example, like on the top is Batman. He's by far the most popular superhero. Then it's Spider-Man, and basically then it's everyone else. Spider-Man and Batman are on such another level. They are, like, by far not even close, absolutely leading the charge of anything comic book related. Not Superman. No, Superman is not as popular as you would think. Anyway, let's do break time. Let me also slap a little save on that ass. 207 hours. Let's go. Confidence save, yup. You never know. This game has crashed on me. Once or twice, not much. But it has happened. Though, to be fair, that was more around launch. And there were some bugs at launch, specifically, that could make the game crash, so... Still, better safe than sorry. Though I don't know if I will load now, if I actually end up at the same place I am now. Game only or the system? Game only. I've never had a system crash on PS5. I might have had a couple on PS4, very rarely though. PS3 actually, that did happen more often than not. That happened probably the most on the PS3 for me. People love them tight ass suits on these characters is the reason. Well, yeah, that doesn't explain Superman and shit, right? Also, you know, the two most popular are men. I mean, come on. Come on. I wonder who's, like, the most popular female superhero. Like, if you go down the list, first of all, when you get to a female, like, how many places are men before you get to a female? And I wonder who it is. Would it be, like, Wonder Woman? Is that like the most popular one? I wouldn't even know. Or maybe it's like Black Widow? But now Black Widow is only popular since the movies, I guess. And still not even that popular probably. I guess Wonder Woman is the most known female superhero, I suppose. I kind of want to look it up. Anyway, let me do a break time first. And then we'll continue. Alright. Be right back. Catwoman or Harley Quinn. It might actually be Harley Quinn. Anyway, break time. Be right back. Poof. We are back in action. So I did a little bit of Googling. First of all, there's actually not a very clear-cut source of who the most popular superhero is, or I guess the best-selling one. Because most of the data you can find is like for specific comic book runs. So for example, you have the Batman comics, but you also have Detective Comic Batman, and you also have, you know, like Nightwing, Batgirl, Catwoman. Like those are all comic books that are adjacent to Batman. That's all in the Batman world. So I don't know if they count those or not. Anyway, from the data I've seen, actually Superman is the best-selling one, surprisingly. Like it's Superman, then Batman, and then Spider-Man. Because it was like a top 10. Hold on, let me see if I can find it again. It was on Wikipedia, a list of best-selling comic book series. But they also show like manga, but here we go. Alright. Let me find my browser window. Let's go. Show it. Bada bing, bada boom. So look, Superman. But here's the thing, like, I don't know series. Does this mean like everything surrounding Superman? Or is it only like the main line? I don't know. But Superman, 60 million. But here's the thing though, this is like total, because Spider-Man is way more recent than Batman and Superman, so it makes sense that, you know, like counting it all up, these would actually have made more money because they've been selling comics for 20 years longer. So in fact, I would say statistically, Spider-Man actually made more money than Batman because of the time. I mean, maybe it doesn't exactly work out that way because it is a difference of 100 million. I don't know. You'd have to calculate that shit. But anyway, this is like the quickest list I could find. By the way, not a single female on this list. But dude, there's things on here like the Phantom. Like that's ancient shit. I love the Phantom. There's a very fun Sega Mega Drive game of the Phantom, which we might actually play. I've been in the mood to play some retro games, so I could give that a shot. It's a fun game. Yeah, there's some wild shit on here. I mean, Spawn is very popular. I know that. But look at the difference. Like, even if you take this at face value, because like Spawn, look, it's from 92 and has 150 million. So technically, it should be higher up if you know, like even out the like for the amount of years it's been around, right? But anyway, like it's the difference from the top here. Like this is a drop of almost half, and I don't know. I wish there were more comprehensive lists, you know? I couldn't find anything else. You know, couldn't find anything else really reliable, because that source, I looked at the source of that Wikipedia, that does come from like a statistics company that did calculations on the sales, but still I don't know the details of, because again, the Batman comics, is that only the mainline Batman issues, or are we talking about all the spin-offs in the Batman world? Who knows? Who knows? Because if you look at DC Comics, Batman does have the most series. You know, if you look at Superman, there's like Superman, there's like Action Comics Superman, there's like a couple of Superman related things. But then Batman is just like, you have Batman, Detective Batman, Nightwing, Harley Quinn, Batgirl, Batwoman. Like there's so many standalone comics that series, like the world of Batman has. You know, Catwoman is a comic book too. So many, and there's constantly new ones. It's pretty wild. Would be interesting to know if that success translates from print into online as well. I don't know. I feel like, I mean, online comics seem to do well enough. Like, I think the issue with physical comics is storage. Like, for a lot of people, comics are still, you know, especially if you buy the single issues, are very much, how should I put it, like, not throwaway, but it's like, you know, it's meant to be, you know, cheap pickup. I mean, that was originally the idea, you know. Cheap, you pick it up, you can read it, and that's it, you know. It wasn't the investment of the entire book. You know, you buy one issue, $1, for example. And these days, single issues are like €5. If you're, I mean, it depends on how much pages, but they can range from like 2 to like €9. It's pretty wild. Anyway, I found a key, which I presume... Oh yeah, I can open the door and then I can slide the thing through. Let's go. I guess maybe on like one of those digital comic book sites, you could, you might be able to filter on like best-selling series, and maybe you get some interesting information from that. Still, I think it would be hard to like bundle all the information you need. To really be definitive. Anyway, I think it's fair to say there's not gonna be a female superhero on that list anytime soon. Let's put it that way. Like, the top spots are all gonna be, you know... No, you know what? There's also a lot of, like, the X-Men. It's like, yeah, that's like a group, you know? Avengers. Instead of just like one character. Feel most publications these days are creatively bankrupt. They like legit gender swapped all heroes and that's pretty much it. Which heroes did they gender swap? Like, the comic books I read are, you know, like, they're all the same. There's no male Catman. Batman, Superman? Have they ever gender swapped Batman and Superman? Like, legit? I don't think that has ever happened. They want to gender swap Lobo? I have not heard of that. I've also only seen Lobo as a male character, so... No, personally, I think there's a lot of clickbait going on. You know, like recently there was this whole hullabaloo of, ooh, they're making Superman gay, or whatever. And then if you actually look into it, it wasn't Superman. It was totally something different. It was like the son of Superman, you know, like his son. Which up until now never had his sexual preference known. So it's like, it's perfectly valid, but you know, people love complaining about that shit. Again, people love complaining about that shit. Do you really consider Batgirl and Supergirl as original characters? Yes. Because here's the thing. Maybe it's because you're not into the comics. They're not just... No, Batgirl isn't gender swap Batman. Like, she was Robin. And then she went off on her own and became Batgirl. Like, she's different, you know, like, she fights different, uses different weapons. She's like a hacking specialist, whatever. Like, she's just using the Bat name, you know?
This, but fight from where?
Damn, spoiling the surprise. You have to fire an arrow. I feel like the biggest criticism you can have towards characters like that is they could have made a more original name. That's as far as I would be willing to complain about it. Like, you could have named, you know, you didn't have to name her Batgirl, you know? Batgirl's in a wheelchair. Depends on the lore. She's been in a wheelchair, yeah. But there's also been multiple Batgirls. So the original one, as far as I know, is Barbara. You know, the daughter of Jim Gordon. And then she was she Robin? I don't think she was. Then she became Batgirl. Then Joker shot her. She got into a wheelchair. Became Oracle, but then there's been 2 other Batgirls. And then at some point they resetted the lore so that Barbara was Batgirl again. And I think now, like in the most recent comics, Barbara is Oracle again, but she's not in a wheelchair, I believe. And like the Batgirl title is being like rotated between all 3 of them, or something like that. I don't know exactly. That's a problem with comic book lore. They've done so many resets and alternate versions and whatever. Like, it's so hard to say this is the definitive way it is, you know? Okay, what the fuck are you doing, girl? I mean, sure, why not? Whatever works. Sure, why not? Didn't they also make Mary Jane into Spider-Girl? I don't know, I'm not too into the Marvel comics, specifically. Like, I read mostly Grim Fairy Tales, which is a series I follow, and you know, some DC stuff, mostly the Batman stuff, and some of the Justice League. Because that's like, Justice League stuff is usually the big overarching story that eventually all characters are gonna get riled up into anyway. Personally, I feel female heroes seem to me like altered versions of the male counterparts. Yeah, I blame the naming, you know, because if you look at Batgirl, she's nothing like Batman. Like, as a character, she's nothing like him. Except the name. That's the problem, I feel. And to DC's credit, like I said, there's been multiple Batgirls, but those characters have gone by other superhero alter egos. You know, one of the Batgirls went as Orphan, and another one went as Spoiler, which to me personally is an improvement. Because then it's like, then it's an original hero. The characters are the same, you know, like you can name him Batgirl and they did the exact same thing, but you know, it's like you say, making it, giving them that name, just, you know, if you're not into it, if you don't actually read it, which, let's be fair, the thing you see in the store is you see the cover and the name. So you would not be wrong to judge a book by its cover, literally. Oh shit. Oh, I was too slow. Yeah, like same thing with Supergirl. Supergirl is not a gender-swapped Superman, though I feel like in Supergirl's case, she literally has the same powers, which to me is always like, alright. Like, she's just literally like Superman's niece or something from Krypton. So even though she's like, as a character different, like a lot of her superhero persona is very similar to Superman, which is also why I don't read Supergirl. They have to have the name because male characters are so big they will never be able to catch up. That's another thing you have to keep in mind. If you go into a comic book store and it says, this is the new Spoiler comic, it's like, okay, I don't know who the fuck Spoiler is. Who cares? But name it Batgirl, you're like, ooh, that has to do with the Batman universe. So there's like the whole marketing part of it as well that you can't forget, you know. Name recognition is a double-edged sword. True. Waifu version of anything would be superior. Also true. Yeah, I do feel like the approach of, for example, Catwoman is to me the perfect example. Make Catwoman a popular character by featuring her in Batman comics, and then she gets her own series. And now people know who Catwoman is. She doesn't have to borrow a name, she doesn't have to do anything. I feel like that's a good way to go about it. I will accept Batgirl when Batman is changed to Bad Boy. Sure. There is also Batwoman, which is, go figure, another character. Which is, the irony is, Batwoman, like, she's almost, like, how should I put this? Like, Batgirl is actually someone who like works together with Batman, is trained under Batman, whatever. Like, she's part of the Bat family. Batwoman is like literally, oh, I see this Batman guy. Hey, I can do this shit too. That's basically what it comes down to. She's like a name stealer. because she's hardly affiliated with Batman. Now she is, because they like, you know, mushed it all together, but... Or Harley, she literally went from henchman to rockstar, dude. The Harley Quinn arc, I feel, is one of the best things they ever done. Like Harley, like you said, she literally went from the elite henchman. And I guess people just really resonated with the story of, you know, basically she was in an abusive relationship, let's put it that way. And she is broken free. Now she's like living the good life, you know. I'm also a big fan of when she gets paired up with Poison Ivy. That's like a relationship they've done a couple times now, and I always think it works really well. Because it also has that, like, that balance of Poison Ivy being like a super, you know, like level-headed person, and then Harley being unhinged. Like you have that polar opposite thing going on. Yeah, I would almost say Harley Quinn as a character, I feel like she's almost more popular than the Joker now. Because the Joker on its own, like the Joker's only interesting next to Batman, you know? But Harley Quinn is like fully her own character now. Have you guys, by the way, watched the animated series of Harley Quinn? The recent one? It's so good. It's actually really good. Like in general, I don't like DC comic animations very much. But the Harley Quinn one is excellent. It's so good. Nope. Man, you have to watch it. It's really, if you feel any kind of, you know, like Harley Quinn might be interesting, like you should watch it. It's just really well made. What's this series' name? I believe it's just Harley Quinn. I actually don't know if it has a specific name. Yeah, it's just named Harley Quinn TV series. Let me link that shit. Yeah, it's 2019. It's very recent, but really good. I don't like the art style of animated comics so far. True. That's exactly the same problem I have. To me, it's so funny. I much prefer anime when it comes to, like, you know, like animation. I vastly prefer anime. However, for reading, I vastly prefer comic books. Like opposed to manga, I don't know, comic books I feel are quality-wise way better. Alright, what are we doing here? We have to raise that. So I have to get up there. Aha! Oh. Girl, grab hold of it. Jump! Can I jump on this? I can, nice. I like comic book covers and I'm always disappointed when I open them. Yeah, it's kind of like a double-edged sword. Because they do change... You know, like they usually have like runs of writers and... you know, like, what do you call it? Drawers? And you know, sometimes it's a good, sometimes it's a shit. Only exception was the Walking Dead. Ooh, I didn't like that one at all. Did not like it at all. Why do you call them comic books when they don't always make you laugh? You know what? As much as that's one of your classic silly comments, I actually have no idea what the origin of the word comic is. Does it even refer to comical or funny? Or does it refer to something else entirely that I don't even know what it means? That is an excellent... That's actually genuinely makes me want to look it up. Makes me interested in what is the history of that name. Come on, Wikipedia, helping Ninja out. Yeah. Come on, Wikipedia. What are you doing? You're supposed to know everything. Okay, let's expose some people here. Whenever you go to Wikipedia and you get like the huge banner that says, if you only donate $1 and everyone who reads this message does this, we'll have money enough for like 10 years. Have you ever donated to help Wikipedia out? Who has donated? Has anyone ever done that here? Helped Wikipedia out? I haven't. Now, I'll be the first to say it. I have not. I blocked the message via ad block. Uh-oh.
Who disturbs my rest? I am Venutius of the Brigantes. Romans came from the sea to parade in their skirts and finery with short, flat swords. My chieftain wife threw in with them. They beguiled her with cloth and gold. She even betrayed Caraticus, gave him to the Romans as a gift. Then she betrayed me. She took my armor-bearer as her lover. So I turned on her Roman patrons. For years I hewed down their foot soldiers and disemboweled their horses. For this, they took my head. Worse luck for them. I have it here.
Damn, he's funny. Go on. No. Damn, they should make a comic book out of him. Because he's funny. But yeah, the term comic book derives from the American comic books, once being a compilation of comic strips of humorous tone. However, this practice was replaced, featuring stories of all genres, usually not in a humorous tone. Yeah, comic books have a weird history as well, where they have like this period where they were like super regulated. And they were like extremely family friendly, like to the point where those comics were at that period in time were just shit. You really couldn't do anything in a story. All hail fallen hero. Just hail our fallen hero, the good Venutius. A man strong of arm, he felt many a teeming Romans, but paid with his head. I donated once, so I do not have to Wikipedia. Damn. I mean, it pops in my mind sometimes. I'm like, damn, I use Wikipedia all the time. But at the same time, you're like, look, it's still around. It means someone must be donating. So, you know, it's all good. Okay, where's the There has to be like a bonus hiding spot, right? For the artifact. Remember? Last time there was a bonus hiding spot. Or maybe it's a little more here, like along the way. This feels like a way out, though. Okay, what am I missing? What am I missing? Last time it was like a slidey door. When's the next Tomb Raider? I don't know. They're working on it. They are working on it. What they're doing now actually is creating something called the Unified Timeline. So what they're doing is they're taking the original timeline, the Legend Trilogy timeline, and then the new timeline now, and they're actually combining it into like one true canon, like one true lore, and then continue from there. So I guess they're basically choosing which are like the best pieces of every era of Tomb Raider, and then mashing it all together into like one ultimate Lara Croft. Which I think is a good idea, you know? I think it's good. Having all these different origins and all that stuff. Yeah, I don't think it's better if you make it one. And there really is no artifact, huh? Or maybe it's like somewhere here. Yeah. Oh, no? I'll notice a lack of bats and rats in these tombs. True. I mean, we've seen rats. We've seen bats. We've seen bats in like the previous tomb. There were a lot of them. This one not so much. Though it's a very snowy area. Maybe, I don't know how that works with caves and bats. Do they thrive in any climate the cave is in? Is that even relevant? Because I suppose in a cave temperatures are going to be pretty normalized, regardless of the outside temperature. What fighting style does Lara use? I don't know. She's more of a shooting kind of girl, isn't she? So do you think I missed something here? Maybe the artifact is here somewhere? Is it there? Did I just straight up miss it? Oh no, that's one of the... Okay, I mean, I suppose I should assume it's somewhere here, right? At the end? Just like last time? That seems like it would make a lot of sense. Last time I had to smash something as well. Dude, the teleporting is working on my nerves. I feel like that's a bug. Damn, she can't climb. Okay. Achoo! What a bug. Teleport. They're bringing back Best Girl Amanda. They better. Bats can survive freezing temperatures even when they're hibernating. So how cold can a bat survive? Any roost bat shelter in the winter must be at least 45 degrees, which is why folks often find bats in their garage in the winter. And 45 degrees is how much in real degrees? 45 Fahrenheit to Celsius, that's like 7.2. That's cold. But here's the thing though, like in a cave like this, I guess depending on how deep underground it is, it would be warmer than 7 degrees. Because the deeper you get, the more normalized, or like how more independent temperatures become of the outside conditions. Though there are literal holes in the ceiling and eyes on the walls, so it actually would make sense there's no bats here. And in the previous one, the previous cave, which was more of a, you know, in the not cold environment, there were actually bats. So, looky here. Assassin's Creed being perfectly accurate with real life. Go figure. Okay, maybe it is up. Maybe there's like a secret passage here. Oh yeah, we're not at the end yet. Okay. Maybe there's like something here. Wait, is the puzzle straight up not over? Read. Cavern purpose. It seems clear that these caves were used for some other purpose long before the rebellious Britons came here. But what was the original purpose? I find evidence of restraints. Perhaps these were used as places of confinement for beasts or men. If only I could breach the final entrance, I wonder what I might discover. Okay. Okay, look. It's gonna be down here. Ha ha! Nate, that's not it. Fuck. Oh! Aha! Nice credentials. Good one. Nice joke, Dad. First note from Hildiran. Hildiran? In my explorations, I have come upon this ancient cell. I have meditated here and have heard voices of the past as though my ancestors' memories flow and surge in my body. Could it be? Are the legends my mother told me true? Was this the place my long-ago forebear was imprisoned? A tale of betrayal by the gods themselves run in my veins. A tale of a Valkyrie crashing the earth. A tale of the vengeance I must take. the little one.
I'm speaking nonsense.
Second note, I return to this ancient prison from time to time to think of my mother. No, to think of my mother and what she told me. It's quiet. Thoughts of my many generations ago grandmother, held captive here, bring memories of my mother's words. When Freya's medallion senses the presence of the One Eye, then, only then, will my long ago grandmother's legacy be revealed. Alright. Do you think because she's like, I meditated? So, I mean... Look, let's take it literally. Let's meditate. I can't? Here we go. Let's see if that actually does something. It don't. Damn, that would have been a cool touch. They should have made something happen. Because the text was like, I meditated and something happened. It's like, would have been good. Crashing to Earth is this league now. No, this is Project L. I got mommy issues? True. Though of course you need to be in the Assassin's Creed lore to know all this stuff is from the Isu, which is like the ancient, I guess, race that came before, from which the assassins have DNA. Which is why you also have these weird technological advanced stuff in the world. That's so cool. And I feel like I gotta give Ubisoft credit. In this game, they actually brought back a lot of the lore surrounding like the modern day stuff, I guess. But mostly about, you know, like the Isu, the race that came before and all that stuff. Which in the previous two games, they actually shoved that a little bit more to the side, you know. They were of the opinion people don't like it, so we're just not gonna focus on it. But like towards the end of Odyssey, oh yeah, that's just a dude. Towards the end of Odyssey, the DLC specifically leaned into it very heavily again, and they kind of took the same approach in this game, where technically if you don't know anything about it, you know, you're not gonna notice it. You're not gonna notice it. But once you reach the end of this game, like it's suddenly very upfront. And dude, the end of this game, like, it's pretty good. It surprised me quite a bit. But there's a lot of, they connect a lot of stuff, you know, like there's a part in this game where you go to America, you know, like Vinland, where you actually go to the place where in the future Assassin's Creed 3's story happens, and it explains some stuff about how certain artifacts came into their possession. And there's like a bunch of stuff in this game that kind of links to the other games in the future, which I do appreciate. Because like Origins and Odyssey was like so much in the past. Like linking anything is just, you know, you can't really be like, yeah, they put this artifact here and like 2,000 years later they found it. It was just hidden up until then. It's like, that's a little harder to do, I feel. I'm happy the real world shit seems to be mostly optional. Man, I can... Like, I get it, why you would say that, but at the same time, like, the real world shit is why I play these games. Like, that's the part that got me into the first game. And that's the part that connects all these games for me. Which one is this? Doesn't look like the Viking one. It's definitely the Viking one. Also, how does my character not look like a Viking? Yes, you are dumb, and it is the Viking one. Bro, I'm in the snow. Like, come on. That's the thing, they're not connected to me, just a different setting in my... See, that I don't get why you would be interested then. I mean, I guess you could just pick up the setting you like. To me, the cool thing about the series is that it's interconnected behind the scenes. Maybe, you know what? Maybe that's the, I guess, quote-unquote brilliance of the idea, is that with the overarching story, they can connect all these games, but they can technically just go for different time periods and just appeal to random people who might not be into the other stuff. I've only seen the Viking ones from the villages and fighting the ice giants. Yeah, this is a little more out of the... You know, this is definitely not an area you spend super much time in. I mean, there's a lot of snowy areas though. But yeah, most of the time you're going to be spending in like the green English villages. Anyway, final tomb, boys. Final tomb. It was somewhere here, right? When's the Weeb version? Man. It's called Ghost of Tsushima. Yeah, to me, I don't get it. I don't get why they have not done AC Japan. It boggles my mind. Absolutely boggles my mind. That's like the easiest sell ever.
What do you see, Sunan?
Alright, maybe we have to get closer. Ghost of Sushi was delicious. Yeah, it was fun. It was definitely fun. I still have to play the DLC. Though, like, as much as I like the game, I feel the asking price to upgrade, you know, because like the PS5 upgrade is 30 euros, I believe, which does include the DLC, but I feel like that's a tough sell. Like $30 DLC to me is still a lot. Like that's,
Look, Sunan.
it has to be like a huge DLC. To be worth like the price of half a game, or in fact a whole game. So she's the reason we're never gonna get AC in Japan. They couldn't compete against it. The thing is, they've done not a full Assassin's Creed, but they've established that setting. There's actually, I shit you not, a manga, an Assassin's Creed manga that is set in Japan. And there's also a spin-off game set in China.
I should not be seen in this area.
Based in China would be dope.
Show me.
Yeah, I mean, the setting exists. There's characters that exist. They can easily do it. They made like those small games. What are they called? Assassin's Creed Chronicles, I believe. Were like 3 small 2D-ish games. One was in Russia, one was in China, and then one in India, I believe. And it used characters that were established in like the Assassin's Creed comic books and mangas and whatever. They established those characters there, and they're still using it in new comics and new mangas. So I feel like, you know, they got lore. They can easily build on it and just... Yeah, I guess at this point, if they were gonna do like a more, I guess, East Asian inspired full game, I feel like they should do China. They should not touch Japan. As long as Ghost of Tsushima is like a recent memory for people, they need to stay away from that. Doing a China thing would be like infinitely better. Maybe it was here. Maybe I was off with my calculations, because it doesn't seem to be anything even near. Come on, bear, jump. Is there a teleport near? I guess this might be closer. It seems like kind of the same distance. I might as well just run. I guess it's India or Africa next. I don't know. There's all these rumors of Assassin's Creed Infinite, which is supposed to be more of a lot of smaller stories. But then they're also working on like a full new one. So I honestly don't know. Every time a game gets made about China, it's always at the 3 warring nations. Yeah, cause you have to think. Often when they make a game like that, it's aimed... Is it there? It must be there, right? It's aimed at a non-Chinese audience. So, you're gonna have to... Like, it's the same thing with... If you do anything Japan, it's gonna be always like... 9 out of 10 the Edo era, you know? Like, there's some classic stuff they always bring up, because people just know that stuff. Even when you're not from that region. But at the same time, I feel like having a cool story that maybe is not well known, like to me that is more appealing, because I might actually learn something, even if it's not 100% accurate. You know, at least it's not the same thing. Isn't Edo Japanese? Yeah, that's what I said though. Like the idea is like, I said 9 out of 10 if you do a Japanese game with samurai, it's always around the Edo period. So often it's something like that. Infinite Sounds live services is an instant turn off. Yeah. I feel the only way Infinite could be good is if it's literally for people like me who like the modern day story. And it's more like a, you know, it's like based in the modern day, and then there's a lot of small expeditions to different eras you go to, and they add to it that way, but it's like technically modern day based. That is best case scenario. If it's live servicey, oof, I don't know. Like, I'm a sucker for Assassin's Creed, so I'll probably still play it, but it might be a hate play, you know? Though to be fair, I don't think I've played a single Assassin's Creed and was like, this is the biggest garbage ever and I don't want to touch it ever again. Like, all of them I feel are, you know, like minimum good games. Some of them are excellent and some of them are just, you know, like okay, you know, like they're good enough. Wouldn't recommend them to non-fans, but good enough. Hate play with being the views on YouTube. Nah, I don't think. I mean, unless you're like non-stop shitting on it, that would probably work. Or like do the bug compilation, like GTA or Cyberpunk or whatever. The original one, I tried a couple times to play, but the beginning bored me to tears, so I dropped interest. Yeah, the first one is very heavy on introducing you in the modern day story, you know, like this is how the Animus works, and this is how whatever works, right? And then another problem the first game has is it's always the same. So the first game is like the most focused, where it's like literally you find out information about a target, and once you have enough information, you can go assassinate the target. And then you go to the next target, but it's literally always the same thing. It's like, okay, go listen in a crowd, go steal some documents to know where they are, or shit like that, right? And then assassinate them, and then repeat in a different environment, again and again and again. So that's the biggest problem the first game has. It's just there's not enough different things to do. And I feel like there's definitely a trend in Assassin's Creed where they're putting too much in their games. I feel like Assassin's Creed 2 and its follow-ups, I feel, are very good at that. There's like just enough collecting bullshit to do on top of your missions, and the missions are varied enough to make it interesting. I feel like from 3 onwards they really always try to put in some extra shit. Like in Assassin's Creed 3 there's like the whole, oh, you can hunt and gather for crafting, and that's like a whole thing I kinda felt like it didn't need to be there. Same with like all the boat stuff. Like the boat stuff was cool in Black Flag, because the entire game was about that. Every game after that had like Odyssey was probably the worst offender, where there was so much time spent on a boat and traveling, and there's like boat combat and whatever, and it just, I don't know, I didn't give a shit about it in Odyssey. Like it straight up didn't even have to be there for me. Look, bats! Are they gonna make a standalone game of the ship fights? Yes. What was it called again? Skull and Bones? That game has been in development hell. And from like reports out of that studio, it looks like it's a train wreck. Like they've restarted that game multiple times by now, changing what it's supposed to be. I think it's gonna be a nightmare. It's never gonna turn out good. Final note: this cave is the making of a madman. I've barely survived several traps, but my strength wanes. Okay. They don't show anima stuff anymore, so that's good. Yeah, I'm a bit torn on it, because I mean, that's the part I like about these games. But at the same time, like in these games, it's still there. They just don't shove it into your face, except at the end of the game. Like, if you absolutely do not give a shit about the modern day stuff, like, the entire last hour of this game is gonna suck big time. Because it's all about finding the big machine and whatever, and how it links to the Isu and all that stuff, and, you know. But yeah, at least most of it is pretty optional. But I've done most of it, so I don't mind. So someone played Black Flag aloft at the end when I saw something like Aliens? Aliens? I don't think Aliens are in Assassin's Creed. You might have been watching like a bootleg version. I don't know. Okay, what are we looking for? Bruh! There's guards. Did I just take a wrong turn? Maybe I have to swim? Look like aliens. It probably has to do with like the ancient civilization stuff. But yeah, that's basically Assassin's Creed, right? You just play a normal game, and at the end of the game there's like a bunch of lore where if you don't care about it, it's like, okay. Okay, now what? Guess we go unstuck the boat. Couldn't stand the look of Desmond. Really? I mean, it's an old game. Maybe the graphics don't hold up. Man, then you must hate this game. Hold on. Wait, never mind. I'm not gonna say it because that's a huge spoiler. So I doubt any of you really care about the lore of this game. Like the modern day lore. I know he's dead. Yeah, but at the end of this game, things happen. Let's put it that way. A lot of stuff happens at the end of this game. And it is relevant. At least a small part of it is relevant to Desmond. Let's put it that way. Let me guess he's coming back. No. Wrong. I guess you didn't finish the game yet. Psh. Psh. Time to hop into that story quest. That's kind of a part I disliked about this game. It takes way too long to be able to continue the story. You kind of have to do a lot of the open world stuff to get to it.
What is in there?
Okay, so this one's on this place, and it's another one here. I need another ball there, so let's do the ball. Let's play with the balls. Hello? It's an exit. Fuck. Oh, okay. Never mind. I'm done. Is there any rumor about a new Tomb Raider game? I mean, there's a million rumors. The biggest rumor is that there's gonna be some kind of HD collection, something collection gonna happen. But they've been saying that for years now, so I wouldn't hold my breath. For a new one, it's what I said. What they're doing right now is making a unified timeline. I'm sure they're working on a new game that's going to incorporate that. But as far as I know, we have absolutely zero news. Now this year, this entire year was like the 25th anniversary of Tomb Raider. And every month has been dedicated to like one game in the franchise. And up until now, there haven't been any huge announcements. I think they've... was it a TV show? Or like an anime or something like that? That was gonna happen? That's like the biggest thing we've heard of. Uh-oh. Can I put this down here? But a new game, no news. And you know what? I kind of don't mind, because that means once a new game is gonna drop, it's probably not gonna be on last gen, you know? It's probably not gonna be on PS4 and shit. Which is good. I feel like Tomb Raider games, at least the newest trilogy, were pretty, you know, on like the front end of graphics. And I feel like if they would make one that's cross-gen, it would probably hold it back, as it's holding back a lot of games, in my opinion. Okay, that's a problem. How do I move that? Can I move it? Do I move it to the side? Like, what do I do? Can't even hold it. Do I like throw this thing? Damn, unmovable? I saw a red thing. I think it's lost. Now I do have a suspicion. I'm fairly sure if I pull the lever again, I'm gonna get a new ball. That very much seemed like the mechanic. Here we go. Cross-gen doesn't bother me. In most cases, it only holds back graphics. Graphics don't save mediocre gameplay. True. However, I feel in some games, and Tomb Raider is the perfect example, like exploration is a big part of those games. And I feel, at least to me, having a beautiful world, like maximum graphical fidelity, I feel does help for a game that's all about discovering hidden places and stuff like that. Like having it being like graphically impressive does help the, you know, like the wow factor, you know, like ooh. So specifically for games like that, whoa, no! Shh, shh. So yeah, for games like that, I kind of do appreciate maximum graphics, you know? But yeah, it doesn't matter for all games. Like for example, that Gotham Knights game, that's gonna, you know, as much as visually it would be, you know, more beautiful is better, that game is gonna live or die on gameplay. 100%. If that game doesn't feel fun, it's game over, you know? And, you know, I do understand that the current crossover to the new generation of consoles, like, I respect that it's taking longer than it used to be. Like, it makes sense this time around. You know, just the amount of people that are able to get their hands on new systems is so low. Going like full exclusive already, like if all games next year would be completely only on the new systems, like first of all they would sell way less. But yeah, I mean, you lock people out. Though I can say I'm a fan of all these games stopping the free upgrades. Like I feel like people should be able, like even next year, if you buy, let's say Horizon, the new Horizon on PS4, fuck it, you should get a free upgrade. Though I think they walked that back, right? They first said no free upgrade anymore. Well, at some point they did say that in the past, so I think they changed their mind. But, you know, a lot of games already start asking money for upgrades, which I feel, nah. Like, they're already paying for the game on PS4. I'm sorry. Like, psh. Just give it to the people. I'm sorry, just do it. Don't be cheap. 1 second off. Again? I'm gonna be honest. The Kasumi emote, I've always felt like it had potential, but I never felt it truly hit the mark of like being like a, ooh, you know? But having the option to add the shake to it now, I mean, I literally removed the old one. Like, there's only the option for the shaking one now. Because that is 100% an improved version of that emote. It makes it instantly better. Find the key. Now you said it. It's so much better now. It's actually a good emote now. I also, here's the thing, they gave more emote slots. I moved Neo Tengu from tier 2 to tier 1. So now everyone has access to Neo Tengu. I'm sorry if that hurts your feelings, Beaver, because I know she's been an exclusive emote for you for a while now. But I felt like, look, power to the people, alright? I'd rather have more people have access to it than keeping it like an exclusive thing for big players. What's tier 2 now? I think literally nothing. I don't think I've put anything in tier 2 and 3 right now. I'm actually not sure. Because they added so much slots, like I still have slots over. I still have 3, I think I can add 3 more animated, no 2 more, because I have Festa as well. I think I can add 2 more animated and 1 more tier 1. So I feel like I should fill up those before I start looking at tier 2. And that's another thing, you're literally the only tier 2, and I don't want it to be, you know, like buy an emote. Like that, I feel like you should buy a sub because you want to support the channel. Because maybe you want to get rid of ads. For whatever reason. I don't feel like you should be buying it for the emotes only. Like that would make me feel bad. And I know some people do, but yeah, plug those slots, yeah, fill them all up. There's a bunch of holes left over and I'm gonna fill them all to the brim. Okay, what the fuck? Am I stupid? Is the key like behind one of these? Look, I know it's uptime. I'm finishing this dungeon, alright? I'm finishing this one. I was joking when I said I bought it because of Neo. I mean, I kinda knew, but at the same time, you know, you did love that emo, right? You do love it, so you know, I would absolutely not blame you if you would tier 1 instead of tier 2. Honestly, with the level of streaming I'm at, I honestly don't really give a shit too much about it. If you sub or not. Like, I feel subs are just... It'll happen when you get bigger, you know, as a content creator. That's just, you know, naturally more people are gonna do it over time. So I'm not gonna stress or encourage people to do it. Okay, maybe the key's somewhere else. Maybe it's like in the water. Eno playing guitar. Goddamn, that's a good one. That's a good idea. Because I was racking my head over good animated ideas. Like, the Rumble Roses dance, that one was instantly, that came to mind instantly. I was like, oh yeah, that one is a given. I'm still not sure if I'm gonna edit it so that the background is gone, so that it's a little more clear what she's doing. I might actually do that this weekend to see if that helps. And, you know, I used Festa because it already existed. Okay, what the fuck? Where would I find a key? Do you think it's separate here or... But if it's separate here, you could open it from this side, which I kind of think is not how they want this puzzle to go. Huh. Mm-hmm. Wait. Oh my god. Is this it? Hold up. Is that the key? I think that's the key. Hold on. How did I miss that? Does Ivy have a... She does, but I have not found anything that works well as an emote, to be fair. Like, one thing she does do is like she has this very exaggerated laugh, which I feel I don't have yet, like a laughing out loud emote, but I have not been able to properly capture that. Because that's like my go-to move, to just cut it out of footage, you know? That's like my emote style. There's people who, you know, have anime artists, you know, like do something, but that's not my style. I'm more like of the ghetto, let me make it myself. I feel like it's a little more, gives it a little more personality, at least for me. This is a laughing emote. That's an exclusive though. That's a bits emote. That's only you and Tron have access to that one. And me. I have access to everything, but that is a laughing one. But that one is still exclusive to you and Tron. I mean, I could add it to the normal emotes, but then I'd have to find a new one as a, you know, 1000 bits emote. Like, I can move it all around, but... What's missing would be sad and angry.
In life, I was
yeah, or like I said, like a laughing out loud, because that's like more of a hee hee hee, like a, you know, like a secret laugh, or like a...
man. We Britons had long fought each other.
Like the big laugh out loud. That's another one I want. Yeah, like a crying one, maybe.
The Adrebates, the Iceni, the Cantiaci, beseeching each to join together. United, we awaited the legions and their cowardly turtle. Much blood was spilled, battles won and lost. Caesar declared victory and returned to Rome. But note well, stranger, he never came back.
Maybe some extras that can be used to combine. Ooh. I don't know about that. Like these. Yeah, but I also feel like those kind of things, like in the end, it has to be relevant to the channel. That's like my two criteria. I like my emotes to be useful, and I like him to be relevant to the channel. So like, I'm not gonna, you know, like, you know, for example, I'm not gonna put Spider-Man, let's put it that way, because this channel has no affiliation or no anything to that character, right? But like DOA characters, fighting game characters, you know, the waifus, that kind of stuff, that does. Or like the little cat from Neo, shit like that, right? A leader, a fighter, a stalwart man. We fought for Cassiveo. How do you pronounce that? Cassivei? Probably like that. Cassiveanus? Veanus? Like we would fight for our own fathers. The one called Caesar claimed victory, but look at you now. No Romans we. Okay. Okay, let's see if the bonus thing is here. Tina's booty. That is a fine line, because I think straight up booty they do not allow. Because that falls under like sexual objectification. I think I don't know if they check it. Like I feel like the dance emote I have now is it's like on the edge of what's allowed, because that's like technically still a dance. It's not just like one body part. Rip uses Giga's booty. Yeah, I think he got lucky, because I've seen plenty of people, you know, doing like silly, you know, like booty shake emotes. And they all get banned. The emotes, right? Not the people. Shit. So with that kind of stuff, you want to be careful. And again, I don't want to make it all DOA, right? I feel like I have already quite a few DOA emotes. This is a start? Fuck. Fuck, I think I missed the thing. So I guess I'll have to go back in. We have to get the artifact. It's a fine line. Yeah, man, the science of emotes. It's not the easiest thing in the world. The rain emote, I know. I've tried so many of them. Dude, you have no idea how many screenshots and shit I've taken from the original 2 Blood Rain games, the cutscenes, you know, I like so much. Finding a good one is so tough. So tough. For her. Because there's just not a lot of emoting going on back in those days for those games, you know? There we go.
One of these. I know, sir.
There we go. Wait, what? Oh, I probably have to go to the other side. Iconic voice lines are probably better suited. Yeah. Our voice lines are very iconic, dude. Thanks for the ride, fucko. Thanks for the lesson, bitch. So good. Those new versions are on PS4 and PS5 now. So if you're interested in Blood Rain and you don't already have it on PC, you can now get them all 3 games, with a nice new coat of paint on PlayStation. I suppose Xbox as well. I think even Switch. Yeah, you can get them on Switch as well. Which is probably, that sounds like a fun option. Wonder why not? They're not on Switch? I think they are though. I'm pretty sure they are. I just don't have a Switch, so I often don't think about it. Hold on. I do, before we quit, I do want to take a final, because these were all of them. I feel like we should go back to the first one and see if there's like a last thing going on there, right? It's like, is the finale gonna be there? Because we got all the artifacts now. Perhaps they do something? I don't know. Recently released on Switch? Yeah, they just released on PlayStation like a week, maybe 2 weeks ago, tops. Yeah, they're still, let me check if they censored. I don't think so. I think they restored it to the original. Because they're basically, you know those PC versions they made, the Terminal Cut? Like, we played number 2 on stream of Terminal Cut. It's basically those versions. They just put them on console.
Go, my eyes.
Unless Nintendo wanted extra... I have to use German shop. Yeah, maybe there's like a local bullshit. Can't you buy a physical copy from somewhere else? You know, like Amazon NL, you know, like Holland, Netherlands. Like, it's all the same. Our consoles are all like PAL, you know, like all EU. So it all should work, no problemo. I'm totally digital, man. I don't think I could do that, like full digital. Like, I like having a physical collection, because I'm like the type of person who, you know, like if people come over, I don't mind them browsing my collection, you know, like I like that kind of stuff. Same reason you would put a statue of your favorite anime waifu or whatever, you know? I've always disliked swapping discs. Oh, I don't mind. I almost like it. There are exceptions, you know, like, I do tend to buy, like, VR games, PlayStation VR games. Most of them are digital, because a lot of them are digital only, sure. But, you know, in a lot of cases, if you're in VR, that's when swapping a disc is hell on earth. If you swap through a couple of VR games, that's no bueno. You have to do that digital. Though I do have physical copies. Because here's the thing for me. As much as digital is useful to me, in the end it comes down to price. And physical copies are still often way cheaper. Like digital copies. And I guess it differs. Like on PC, there's a little more room these days, you know. You have like Steam, GOG, Epic Store, like there's multiple options, multiple sales if you want to. But like on PlayStation, Xbox, Nintendo, it's like literally only if they want to do a sale, you're gonna get a sale. And that's it. For example, literally today, I have bought Demon Souls on PS5 and the new Spider-Man. Because the physical copies were on sale in like a web store here. I paid 30 euros for Demon Souls, which is way lower than I've seen anywhere else. And I paid 20 for Spider-Man. So 50 euros for Demon Souls and Spider-Man. And actually, I also threw in... You're gonna love this, Beaver. I threw in Evil Within 2. It was 15 euros. I'm like, yeah, let me get Evil Within 2 for 15 euros. That's gonna be a stream game. Streamer expense, you know? Dude, I played the first game and there were a lot of things I liked about the first game. There were also things, mostly shooting zombies at the end, that I didn't like. But maybe I'm interested enough to continue the story. Totally different. Maybe that's good. We'll see. I also know that it runs properly on PS5. As in, it runs 60 FPS. I don't know. So the artifacts don't do anything yet. I mean, I have a feeling these tombs, I have a feeling they're gonna add more. Like, I think these are gonna be, unless I completely missed it in the dungeon earlier, but it didn't seem like there was anything else to interact with. So, I have a sneaking suspicion there's gonna be more. That's what I think. Can't save the game right now? What the fuck? Why not? Why can't I? There we go. You know, I also gotta give props to Ubisoft for this. Saved on the cloud server. Their last couple of games, I believe this game, the newest Watch Dogs, there's like a couple of their new games all have this cloud save thing where Like if I were to start playing this game on PC, I can just literally download the save file. You know? They're just free of platform. Which I like. Free of platform. Very nice. Very nice. Blood Rain's not on the German Steam store, but on Nintendo's German store. Wait, what? It's not on Steam? Not even the new version? That's weird. That's weird. It should be on Good Old Games. I even think it's on sale right now. The PC version should be on sale right now. If you want those games. Also, by the way, pro tip for any PlayStation users. The PlayStation Plus games, right? This month, they're giving away... You're paying for it, but... There's 3 VR games in here. Now you might think to yourself, do you really think I have PlayStation VR? Psh! Get out of here. But, pro tip. This game, The Persistence, we actually played it on stream. That's like the roguelike in space horror game. This one has a non-VR mode. So you can just play it. But they label it as a VR game. So if you don't pick up on it, this is just an extra game, even if you don't have VR. Plus, they upgraded it. I don't know if you get the upgrade, but there's the enhanced edition for PS5, which has like ray tracing and all that shit, which is not in VR. This is only non-VR. But it's like a graphically enhanced version of the game. Again, I don't know if you get it for free with PlayStation Plus, but even the PS4 version, I love that game. It's so fun. It's a good game, and it's like a free extra game, which a lot of people, you know, they pick up the usual suspects, and then like VR. I don't have VR. I don't care. But that's a bonus game if you don't know about it. Could VR even handle ray tracing at the current hardware? I guess it depends. Like if the rest of the game looked butt ugly, you know, if it was like Minecraft but ray tracing, it probably could. Like look, Spider-Man and Ratchet and Clank have 60 FPS ray trace modes. And those are currently graphically impressive games. So if you just make those a bit more ugly, I'm sure you could go for 90 FPS. Would it be worth it? Probably not. Also at this point, it's only PS4, right? You can connect your VR to PS5, but there's no PS5 VR games yet. That's only for PSVR 2, whenever that comes. Oh, and Saints and Sinners is probably the best VR game other than Resident Evil 7. I would argue Saints and Sinners is the better VR game, because it is a full game, it's a really good game, but it's also designed for VR, so you have like a more VR-like experience, I guess. Compared to Resident Evil 7, which is a fantastic VR experience, but very much a normal game converted to VR. Which in its own right is actually good, because many VR games are minigames. Why didn't you stream it? VR streaming, at least on PlayStation, is rough, I feel. Especially, you know, like, especially a game like that. You have like both move controllers and you have to move a lot. That becomes rough with streaming. Because you start knocking over green screens and microphones and shit. I honestly hope with PSVR 2 they're gonna give the option to have chat pop up in your headset. That's like, I don't get why they don't give you the option in this one, but it kind of sucks. I mean, you can do it, but only if you stream directly off the PlayStation, which is dumb. Like nobody, like a streamer is never gonna do that. You're gonna run it through your PC, have all the alerts and all that shit going on. I don't get why there's a checkbox that says show Twitch chat, because the functionality is there. You use it when you're streaming directly off the PlayStation. Weren't there news about a new PSVR, something about banana controllers? Bruh. Where are you reading your news? Yes, there's news about PSVR 2, and they've already shown the controllers like in April or something, or like in February. PSVR 2 controllers. In March. They've shown them in March. And those are not bananas. Unless, like, I don't know what bananas you are eating, but my bananas don't look like this, alright? At least I remember something. And if we are to believe the rumor mill, apparently in December there are rumors that Sony is gonna do the big PlayStation VR 2 reveal, because we don't know how the headset looks or what the, you know, what the specs are or how it's gonna work. All we know is this is how the controllers look, and someone from PlayStation, I believe Jim Ryan, said it was gonna be a one cable, just USB-C, plug it in front of your PS5, boom, done. No little extra box, whatever, like in PSVR 1. I'm assuming there's gonna be like a wireless upgrade, but they're definitely not gonna do that standard, because I feel like with PSVR 2, they're always gonna aim for that, you know, like most affordable for its price, for like the quality. I think they're gonna aim for that anyway. But yeah, I'm curious. I'm a VR fan. I'm not gonna say I'm a VR fanatic, you know, but I do enjoy VR. I'm a VR enjoyer, for sure. For sure. In fact, dude, you know what I'm excited about? You know what I'm excited about? There's this game called After the Fall, alright? Where is it? Should be here somewhere. I'm pretty sure I saved it. Here we go. It releases 7 December, which is soon. And this is like, you know, it's Left 4 Dead, alright? Let's put it that. It's Left 4 Dead VR. However, it's fully cross-play, alright? So that means if Nyan buys this on PC, we can play together in VR. The problem is, and this is why I'm a bit worried, as much as this looks sick, the game's almost releasing. We basically know nothing about the game. We basically know nothing about it. And that's usually not a good sign. Because if I would have seen a bunch of gameplay and it looked good, or like at least somewhat of an idea of how big the game is, because to be fair, 40 euros or like 35 including the early sale, whatever, like that is on the higher end of VR games. Most VR games are not that expensive. So for that price, you would expect a full experience. Like even Saints and Sinners was like 30 euros. And that's like a full game. So the asking price is kind of high to not show what you're getting at this point. I mean, they gotta soon. It releases in like a week and a half. Like, come on. But if it's cool, if it's good, maybe I can do a co-op stream with Nyan. VR co-op stream. Wouldn't that be cool? Sounds like a fun idea, huh? Cross-platform VR co-op stream. Alright, anyway. Boys and girls, that is gonna be it for me today. Good shit. Now, in case you are not in the Discord, first of all, what are you doing? Get in the Discord. Like, right now. Do it. Here's the links. Boom. Get in the Discord. But also, in case you're not in there and you're not reading up, my schedule has changed. On the bottom of the page, I already changed it. Instead of Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, I am now streaming Monday, Wednesday, Friday. Why the change? Thursday turns out, week after week, it's just like, it's one of those days where you come home and work is just, it's like, it's done, you know? It's feet up and sleepy time, you know? It's one of those days. And at first I was like, maybe I'll just have to get used to it, but it seems like I just, you know, it's one of those days. So that's why let's just not stream there anymore. Let's do it on Monday. Plus, benefit of the new schedule is it's a little more spread out. So, you know, if on Monday you're like, man, I haven't seen a Mystic Forge stream in like 3 days, and it's still 2 more days to go until the next one, man. Like if you have that issue, which I guess is exactly nobody, but imagine that's gonna be solved now too, because now on Sunday you're like, man, it's been 2 days, but tomorrow he's back, and man, it's gonna be good. And listen to unpopular music. Sure, I'll take that as a compliment. Listen to some deep cuts. Solve the problem nobody had. It was a problem I had, because I was too tired on Thursday. I was starting to feel bad, you know. But yeah, anyway, that's old news. So yes, thank you for watching. Have a good weekend, and I will see you on Monday. Alright? Take care. Bye-bye.